Big E is WWE Champion, and I cannot express how great it sounds just saying that. He finally did it on last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. I love how he tweeted that he was going to show up to Raw after the main event and cash in on whoever the winner of the match was going to be between Bobby Lashley and Randy Orton. Eventually, Bobby Lashley did retain the title, but he was not ready for another match. And so Big E hit the big ending and won the match, becoming the brand new WWE Champion to a thunderous pop. It was a special moment. I know there are going to be some fans that complain that WWE ruined it by practically spoiling the results, but I just don't see it like that. I think Big E took a different approach. He knew that Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley were both going to go to war in the main event of Raw for that title. Whoever was winning that match was not going to be 100%. I think we all know that, and Big E knew that, took advantage of the opportunity. Logically, it isn't too far-fetched, and to be honest, it is a nice change. We've already seen random cash-ins, and I may be a little bit biased, but I'm not going to complain about the fact that Big E is the goddamn champion. I don't care how he got there. I'm just glad that he is the WWE champion, holding that title around his waist. Behind the scenes, it was probably due to the fact that AEW Dynamite did beat them in the demo rating last week. However, reports are suggesting that it's because of the football game, but I just don't believe it was because Monday Night Football for 1 second, because WWE have always competed against them, and they've never had such a drastic change when it comes to the booking of a show. In a way, Tony Khan is indirectly responsible for Big E becoming the WWE champion sooner rather than later, and that's pretty funny to me. Anyways, before I talk about this monumental moment, I want to talk about Bobby Lashley and his title run, because I loved every second of it. Bobby Lashley was one of the best WWE champions of all time. I'll say it with my whole chest. That was one of the most dominant title reigns of all time. Even though it lasted for about 8 months, it was so good. I'm really happy that Bobby Lashley was able to get this run because he honestly deserved it, and he killed it in this role. Bobby Lashley will forever be a WWE champion. That is something that you can never take away from him. He was one of the best to ever do it, and I'm not gonna lie, I will miss the almighty Bobby Lashley as the WWE champion, but at the end of the day, all good things must come to an end, and this is that end. I'm grateful that it lasted 8 months, because like I said, he was a phenomenal champion, and now it's time for him to have a singles match against Brock Lesnar in the future, and I'd even love to see him move over to SmackDown, turn babyface, and we get a program between Lashley versus Reigns for the Universal Championship on SmackDown. That would be a dope feud to watch. Think about the promos between Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns, MVP, and Bobby Lashley, and just think about the physical matches in the ring. That would just be fire. I see a bright future for Bobby Lashley. Despite not being a world champion, it doesn't mean anything. He's still going to do good things. But now it is time to talk about Big E again, because he's the real centerpiece of the video today. This is a long time coming. Big E has been world champion material ever since 2014 or 2015. Unfortunately, he was never given a chance at the main event scene until yesterday. People have been begging for this to happen for half of a decade now, and I'm glad that WWE didn't try to pull a twist and make him have a failed cash-in, because that would have just been horrible for Big E's career, and I think it would have made fans furious. Like, I would have literally just thrown my laptop and never work on a WWE video again. Okay, probably not, but you get the point. Thankfully, that was not the case. Big E won clean in the middle of the ring. I also like how it was against Bobby Lashley, who was the same guy that beat the crap out of his friends just a few months ago. It's like a full circle. Big E came to a full circle. Big E came to get some revenge for his friends while also becoming the WWE champion. This was his moment, and Big E definitely deserved this. I expect him to have a really good title reign in the future, and I'm excited for the future of Raw. Big E is going to be a good champion in my opinion. WWE made the right decision to put that belt on Big E and reunite the New Day. The Raw ratings weren't doing too well, and this is exactly what it needed because there's nobody on Raw that embodies more charisma than the New Day. There's just nobody. Fans will gravitate to watching the product because these guys have so much life and hype. It's the primary reason why the New Day has been one of the hottest acts for the last 7 years, and they will continue to do so moving forward, especially with the WWE Championship around the waist of Big E. There's so many things we need to see for this title reign. The first thing on that list is continuing his feud with Bobby Lashley. WWE should have a short program with Lashley wanting a rematch because we need to see a proper singles match between Bobby and Big E. It would most certainly deliver, and Extreme Rules is a good spot for that match. It's also possible that we should even see a triple threat match at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view with Lashley, Big E, and Goldberg. I wouldn't even be opposed to that either, to be quite honest with you, as long as there's a spot with Lashley and Big E working together to beat up Goldberg, because that would just be funny. But also, Big E should retain the match by pinning Goldberg because I think it's important to make him feel like an important champion, and the best way to do that is by having Big E pick up some huge wins, because to be quite honest with you, he doesn't have too many of those. A victory over Lashley at Extreme Rules and then a win over Goldberg at a Clash of Champions would establish exactly what he needs. After winning those matches, it would be time to main event Survivor Series with the Universal Champion / the Tribal Chief / the GOAT of wrestling right now, Roman Reigns. It's been a tradition for the two world champions of each brand to wrestle each other, and Roman Reigns versus Big E is the match that we all thought we were going to get at WrestleMania 38, but instead we will be getting it a little bit earlier. It's going to be happening at Survivor Series, and this match is going to be a banger, and I think we all know who's going to win though. It's Roman Reigns. He's not losing anytime soon. Definitely not to Big E. However, Big E should have one of his best efforts ever, to the point where he's on a very close level to Roman Reigns. After his feud with Roman Reigns for Survivor Series, I would love to see AJ Styles re-enter the WWE Championship picture because a feud between Big E and AJ just sounds so good on paper. AJ has the championship experience, and he's also a very reliable worker, and a lot of people in the WWE universe know AJ Styles. They like him. They know he's a good opponent for Big E. Challenging Big E for his title would be a nice mini feud that can culminate at the Royal Rumble. I know that fans would appreciate this program, and I think another feud besides AJ Styles that would be perfect right before WrestleMania 38 would be Baron Corbin, because there's just something about this new Corbin that I really like for some strange reason. I would not want to see him dethrone Big E, but a feud between them would be good for the casual WWE audience. It would get the crowd hyped up for Big E, and a lot more people would like him because a lot of people don't like Baron Corbin. As for WrestleMania 38, I want to see the triple threat main event between the New Day. This does not even need to involve a heel turn. It can simply be the three of them wanting a WWE Championship and putting their friendship aside just for a couple of months, and then, you know, they get stronger at the end of it. That is a match I've always wanted to see in the WWE, and I can't see a better place other than WrestleMania. Big E should retain as well. Ultimately, his reign should end after WrestleMania, right before SummerSlam. I know an ideal candidate to defeat him. It has to be Sheamus, because I think Sheamus has been doing the best work of his career, and he is more than ready to become the champion, and that's also my prediction for the next champion. That's who I see WWE booking to win. I expect Sheamus to beat Big E, and I would be more than happy with that decision. As you can see, there's a lot of reasons to be excited for this upcoming title reign, and I cannot wait to see it all unfold. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Let me know your thoughts on Big E's title win in the comments below. And on the screen right now are some other videos that you should totally check out if you have some free time. So go ahead and click one of them. I will see you all in the next video.